Hello and welcome back to Soul Spy University, Fall Edition. Cheers.
Cheers.
How you doing there, Tom?
Hey, I'm doing all right, Christina. How about you?
Oh, no. So today's topic is Hollow Earth theory.
Yes. Sorry, this is new to me.
I'm really excited that Tom's going to take the wheel a little more on this one as well. Yeah, this is exciting debut for Tom, who usually tells people to like and subscribe, and maybe that's why they don't like and subscribe. But please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that we're not lost in your hollow earth.
Yes. Also, please leave a comment down below. Talk about how Christina is a little mouthy sometimes. So Hollow Earth. This is fairly new to me, so I did a little research on it. So what I found was this there's this admiral called Admiral Richard Byrd, and he had gone on an expedition to the North Pole, Antarctica, I guess. I'm not 100% on this one, but 4 times. And on the 4th one in 1947, when they were traveling there, he noticed that all the instruments started crapping out. They passed over a mountain and they couldn't control their plane. And so he was looking at the temperature gauge, and the temperature.
I'm sorry, may I interrupt?
Yeah, of course.
Well, we're leaving out some details. So number one, you said his name was Dick Byrd, was it? Dick Byrd?
Yes, it was Dick Byrd.
Oh, Dick Byrd. Gee, why does that sound familiar? Speaking of yappers, Tom.
No, I believe he went by Richard, so there's that.
Okay, Bird Dick. And also, this was the 4th time he went to the North Pole. He kept a journal. Sorry, I can't look at you. He kept a journal. Dick Byrd, what? It was 6:20 a.m. 6:20 a.m. So I think it's good to put these details in, because this is what happens when you don't have coffee.
Well, I don't think the time mattered very much, but all right. Anyway, so anyway, he started looking around and he thought he saw an elephant, which is in itself odd, being up in the North Pole. But in the end, it actually started. They realized it was not an elephant; it was a woolly mammoth.
Okay, first of all, can we pause there? First of all, elephant. Is that odd? Is that odd, Tom? Or were you taking a walk?
What? You being a little bitchy now?
Dick Byrd, what? But yeah, no, in all seriousness, he was like, oh my God, I could have sworn there was a woolly mammoth. A woolly mammoth. Was that a mammoth? And in all seriousness, can we take a pause on that? Can we all digest this for a second?
Yes. So he thought he saw.
I'm serious. What do you think about that?
Well, that's insane because woolly mammoths are extinct.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because to me, I thought they always existed. That's why I'm like, is there a problem here? It's just an elephant with hair.
Yes. Well, they are long. They were thought to be long since dead.
Sounds like what else I know. Okay, anyway.
All right. Anyway,
no, for real though. I honestly, I remember watching this and I feel the intensity of them being like woolly mammoth. And for real, I was seriously like, is there something I need to learn? Why do I feel like woolly mammoths were always among us? Am I the only one? Is this something I just forgot to learn in life? Like, was this never taught to me?
Yeah, this is one of those, hey, kids, these are dinosaurs. This was a woolly mammoth. They're all gone.
For real?
Type.
I
Yeah.
Is this a concussed thing? I just thought, oh, it's a hairy elephant. Just like I always thought, like, all right, Bigfoot, what's the big deal? I don't get it. That's why I don't research Bigfoot. I'm like, who cares if he's around? It's a gorilla.
Well, think about where you see elephants normally. They're in very hot places, so they don't have hair like this.
Unless they're called like the woolly.
Well, those are ice age elephants, so that's why they were woolies. So they're all dead, apparently.
So
So he saw this woolly mammoth, and here's another weird thing. He looked at his temperature gauge and it said 74 degrees,
mhm.
which means why the hell is there a woolly mammoth there if it's 74 degrees?
Yeah,
Should just be an elephant.
that thing must have been hot, right?
Yeah, I needed a shave. So anyway.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh, whoa, what happened? Whoa. Whoa.
But you get what you pay for in this freaking podcast, right? So anyway.
All right, folks, we've had a rough day.
Yeah, all the instruments started failing on their planes, and they couldn't control their plane. And after a few minutes,
feels.
what?
Is that how your girlfriend feels? So your instruments fail. I mean, I don't.
My instruments don't fail.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We're having some friendly co-worker banter, and to be honest, I doubt his instruments fail. I was trying to put a jab in there, and I went too over the line, joshing it.
Yeah, you went a little bit over the line.
I did, and I know none of it is true. I'm sorry. I bet you have a very huge song that works all the time. Anyway,
all right.
Really matter.
No, we're done. We're starting over.
What? No.
So anyway, before I was inappropriately interrupted. So anyway. Hey everyone. Sorry about all that. So anyway, back to Admiral Byrd. When he was flying over the thing, his instruments started completely dying, and they got a recording, well, not a recording, but a voice on the microphone saying, "Hello, Admiral Byrd. Don't worry about it. We got your plane. We're going to be landing you in 7 minutes." So his plane was basically sucked in like a force field, whatever you want to call it, a tractor beam or whatever that is. And 7 minutes later, they got on the radio again. They're like, "You're about to be landed, so just relax. Everything's taken care of." And so his plane was landed, not like a plane would normally land, like down a runway. It just basically slowly pulled down until it was like almost like a helicopter. Slowly pulled down until it was sat perfectly on the runway. So afterwards, he gets out with his co-pilot, and they noticed that the men there were tall blonde men, all of them. Everybody there was tall and blonde.
The big blonde people again.
So yeah, so they probably, yeah, that'll work with the alien thing. Anyway, so they got him on basically a flying bus and brought him to the city. And also, they're in a massive city. Sorry, I forgot to bring that one up. And they bring him to the city, and they bring him before this also very tall blonde man. And he basically says, "Hello, Admiral Byrd. The reason you're here is because your people have been doing nuclear war and starting the nuclear programs, and we've tried to get in touch with them, and we tried to tell them about to cut it out, and they've not been listening. So we're going to go ahead and give you this information to let you know that we've not really taken interest in your people until now, and we want you to, to maybe cut out the freaking nuclear stuff because it's not good for anybody. It's going to destroy the world. And they also go about telling them, listen, we're thousands of years ahead of you in science and culture, and not exactly a threat, but basically saying, if you don't cut it out, we'll cut it out. So they put him back on his plane, sent him on his way, and after a little while, they got back on the radio and told him, okay, fly your plane. We're letting the controls go back to you. So he did. Oh, I'm sorry. And they were also called the Ariani, the people, the Hollow Earth underground people. They're called Ariani, which is kind of cool.
Remember, they were like, that war you just went through is a prelude. Like it's nothing compared to what's going to happen. So
yeah, that's true. They basically told them like it was basically a threat saying it's like if bad times are coming if you continue down this road.
Well, basically, what I was getting at is that they were like skedaddle. They were like, so skedaddle and bring back that message.
Yeah, basically.
Like, right.
They're like, all right, bitch, we're done here. Get the bricks. So he went before Truman and he told President Truman, about this, and he told all his superiors about this, and was basically told, hey, listen, you're a soldier, shut your mouth. Don't say a word about this. We don't want you to everybody think you're crazy. And he's like, but I'm not crazy. And his co-pilot, basically was like, this happened. Like we were both there. So they were both told to quiet.
President Truman was like, nah.
Yeah, that's basically it. He told him nah, and, and sent him on his way. So nothing really came of it. He wrote a diary, secret, saying like, I can't really tell anybody about this because I already told some people, and they were like, you're crazy. Don't say a word of this. So he wrote a full diary on the whole entire incident, and that diary stayed pretty much secret until 1957 when he died, where about his son found the diary and got it published into a book called Hollow Earth in 1963, I believe. And the book was not, I mean, it was like a 50-50 thing where they were like, wow, this is amazing, blah, blah, blah. And everybody else like, you're idiots. This is fiction. It's just like, whatever.
Well, either, so 50 people, like it was 50% believed it and 50 didn't. And then he didn't confirm or deny whether it was fiction or fact. He just didn't speak on it anymore. And basically, he was his father was told not to say anything because he was a soldier and he was sworn to not say anything. So yeah, then his son kind of carried that and just wrote this whole book.
Yeah, it's unclear if he told his son about it or his son actually just found the book and is like, wow, this is a great story. Let me publish it. He didn't really say otherwise, actually. He doesn't talk much about it. He doesn't say anything about the book, about the diary, only that he published it. So that's that on him.
I mean, I feel like his dad probably like told him like the truth of like, you can't, this is what's gonna happen if you make it fact. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, one of those deathbed things was like, come here. They were so tall and white. So so that's that.
Blonde. Okay.
The other stuff on Hollow Earth is that, I mean, there was a scientist named Edward Haley. It's Haley or Bailey. I might be one off, but he did a whole entire thesis on hollowed Earth, saying that the Earth, of course, isn't hollow; it's in segments, and each segment could have a populace in it, and that each segment gives off a separate magnetic wave, like the Earth normally, like full Earth would normally do, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it doesn't really make too much sense because if you have a compass, that would really destroy things. Your compass would never work. So I don't really understand that one. But anyway, he says that it gives off. Each one has their own magnetic force, and they're segmented into three different segments. And the complete center of the Earth gives off light, which technically it's true because if you're following the actual science of it, it's lava, so of course it gives off light. But he's saying it's giving off light almost like a sun instead of molten lava. So that's that on here.
Um, so Tom,
So
are you saying that you would need, what was that thing about a compass that like basically hollow Earth can't exist because people have compasses and people need to travel everywhere with their compasses?
well, it's not that hollow Earth can't exist. It's his theory that they each have their magnetic pull can't exist because then compasses wouldn't work.
Oh, and everything revolves around the compass.
No, not everything, but it does help when it comes to the magnetic pull of the Earth.
So I'm really glad that, you know, the entire like start of the universe was all based on the future invention possibly of a compass, and that was all catered around the compass invention.
No, the compass itself is built upon the basis of the magnetic poles of north, south, east, west on Earth. So no, the universe was not wrapped around the connection of the invention of the compass.
Mm, But you're saying just so I get it right on this side of the recording spectrum, you're saying that as scientist Tom, the layers of the inner Earth can't exist because then a compass can't go there.
Never said that.
Oh,
I said I said that the theory that they all have their own magnetic uh, pull or push cannot exist
because a compass wouldn't work.
because a compass wouldn't work.
And everything revolves around if a compass works. That atmosphere.
In this case, yes.
Really? Now, didn't they say each layer has its own atmosphere?
I believe so. Yes.
Mm,
Not sky wise, but like air and all that nonsense.
Maybe they have their own compasses.
Uh, yes, that's all well and good, but the atmosphere has nothing to do with the compass. The compass is basically you put a magnet. It's basically a magnet here, magnet there, magnet there, magnet there. If there's all these magnets fighting against one another, a compass would just spin.
And that's why it can't exist, because then a compass would spin there.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure I got that right. Let's move on.
Well, it's the truth, unless they all directly go to the same exact north-south direction, everything. But his theory is that they don't, which doesn't make sense.
Because then a compass can't survive.
Exactly. Compasses cannot survive without a proper magnetic pull.
And are you at all the inventor of the compass factory? Is that why you're so invested in whether compasses survive and that determines the entire world?
I'm glad you brought this up, Christina. I, in fact, am not the inventor, but I am the highest level of stockholder for compasses.
Huh.
Now, maybe this was a stupid idea, but I figured, hey, let me throw everything into this. So I need this idea to stay the way it is. Otherwise, I'm pretty much screwed.
I am really glad that I, you know, asked a few questions and realized we're just following the money on that. Okay, moving on.
Following the money. So anyway, so basically they're saying that in this world that they know of, that they think they know of, because who the hell knows anything, there's three entrances to the underground world. One being the at the bottom of the sea at the Bermuda Triangle, which I'm like, how the hell do you know that? Anyway, the other is underneath a pyramid in Egypt, which once again, how the hell would they know that? And then the third would be in Tibet. Now, the one in Tibet actually has quite a bit of backstory to it because they call it, it's a secret that's Tibetan monks and the Dalai Lama himself, I believe it's the Dalai Lama, I don't want to mess that up, is known to have to keep. Each one knows. And it's a thing of an underground world called Shambhala. Shambhala. I know I'm saying this wrong. Shambhala. Shambhala. Sorry if I'm screwing this up, but who cares? It's a secret world. And they are also known to be tall, which they're saying is Caucasians that are blonde.
Another big blonde people.
So yeah, big blonde people. And the monks there believe that you can go there and all that, but you can be born there if you're like, you can be resurrected there, but it does exist underneath Tibet. And that they are, futuristic, like the other people, like the what the hell are they called? The Armanis,
Oh, Ariel.
Arianis, the
Yeah.
Arianis, and that they are extremely advanced in science. So anyway, in I think it was 1953. I believe 1953. Oh no, way before that. I'm sorry, messing all my times up. In 1938, Nicholas Warwick had an expedition to see if they can find Shambhala or Shamala. Really messing this up. I can't pronounce it. And so the world was watching basically, and a lot of people were trying to figure out, like trying to put their influence onto it so they can find out if this is actually real.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And so they try to get as much information as they could.
Mm-hmm.
And when the expedition went into the Tibetan mountains or whatever, they disappeared for a full year. And when they got out, they were didn't say a word, but decided, hey, let's write 2 books. And the books was like The Glory of Shambhala, and the other one is just Shambhala.
Yeah, I think we should get our hands on those books because they were just like, oh yeah, then they just mysteriously disappeared for a year and lost contact with the world, and no one ever heard from them or spoke about it. And then it was like all of a sudden these books emerged, and I'm like, what's in the books?
Yeah. So apparently the books, they got to Adolf Hitler, and Adolf Hitler read about the books and was like, oh, good. He sent his military there to go ahead and see if they can find this lost city or whatever. And basically his idea was to see if he can collect their technology so that he can harness it and use it to rule the world.
Yeah.
And that, thank God, it did not come to fruition.
Yeah. I mean, no wonder they're hiding.
But I mean, it begs the question as to, it's like, was his whole theory on quote unquote the master race being blonde, even though he himself was not blonde? Was it based on these underground people?
Yeah, you can't help but wonder, your mind would go there. I mean, it's one thing to discover a new people and have respect for them. It's another thing hit the way his mind went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood that because I'm like, you have dark hair. What? Whatever.
Well, he also
Uh,
played ball.
yes, and he was a shitty artist too.
Oh, that's right. He always wanted to be an artist.
Yeah, he was a failed,
Well,
failed.
this is a good break from the content. So, guys, just so you know, just a quick break from what Tom and I, my coworker, are talking about. Tom and I had some much needed, as you can tell, R&R last weekend around my birthday time, and we put on our berets for some park and rec, and we did some paintings. Can you guess whose is who? Oh, you can see them.
Yes,
Anyway,
leave in the comment whose is who.
yes, yes. You would. It's funny because well, I guess what you would do is pause the video, guess, leave it in the comments, and now we're about to tell you. So, Tom hates his because he's a true artist, and true artists hate theirs. But I like normal put my little pink in there that I'm not supposed to do, coloring outside the lines, and you would honestly think this would be me because it looks like this is more my energy of like constant movement. But and he seems calm. That's what I think. But anyway, yeah, this is mine. This is his. I like his. I don't know why he's so like, this is shit.
Yeah, I don't like mine at all.
Mine's too like the Simpsons. Yeah, so if you could picture us with our little berets on.
Yes, we were sipping alcohol and painting. It's the first time doing sipping paint, but it's actually all right.
Dolphin paint. Anyway, thought we would have a brief intermission with the nice little art dose there. Sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
All right, so last thing. The whole basis of this is like, oh, there's no proof. So, and I'm not saying this is proof, but in 1989, the Soviet Union, I believe it was the Soviet Union at the time, was drilling in one of their pieces of land that they own all over the world. And they had to stop drilling because it was when they were getting like to 180 centimeters down, they were finding that they were finding like all kinds of weird stuff. First of all, the heat was getting like odd, as if like it should be much hotter, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was segmenting. It was breaking into like certain like things. It should be continuously going through rock, and they found that it was like they were just going into open air for a while, for a long while, and then they were finding like rivers of water and all kinds of different things, and so they had to end up stopping because it's like this doesn't make sense. It's like this should just continuously go. So I mean, there's theories also because from some of the workers that they were hearing like people screams and like shouts and all kinds of weird animals and stuff coming through the hole. That's not exactly like 100% proven. So
Yeah, rumors that there was screams from monsters.
yeah, so that could be just screams of people being like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, and I was also going to say, Tom, what were you during that time? Because
Oh, thank God I was just haunting uh, the Bronx.
hmm,
I
hmm.
would just wait in the woods for freaking kids to come home, like, blah, and they're like, "Oh my God," and then I just take their books and burn them.
So you weren't underground without coffee?
Oh no, I was on the ground, but I was in the Bronx.
Gotcha. Like a Ninja Turtle?
No, no coffee though.
Like some sort of Ninja Turtle?
No. There was some Bronx kids that had the freaking territory of the sewer, so we weren't allowed to like intermingle. So mine was just basically a mound of dirt.
Like that worm. God, what
Sorry
was
about that.
that
I just
worm's
got a
name?
phone call and my thing.
Who is that worm? Remember that worm?
Earthworm Jim?
Oh my God. That thing that looks like a very small flaccid penis, Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, Earthworm Jim.
Oh, and I
What
had
other?
the toy of it. I had the toy of it. Why?
That is weird. Like nobody had a toy of Earthworm Jim.
It shot out of its body.
Oh, why did you have a boy's toy?
Oh, I had many boys' toys, especially the small ones, the little bitty Ninja Turtles. Little bitty ninja.
Uh, I actually have those now
With the
at
little
home.
pieces. You do? Oh my
Yeah.
God, can you please play with them?
No, they're in their cases. They're not to be touched.
Are they little bitty ones?
Well, not little bitty, but they're like this big.
I know. I need the little bitty ones. I'm talking like choking hazard ones. I need.
I don't know about that. I think that maybe people are just like, all right, give this to her.
No, it shot little pizzas out.
I don't. Is that like a Polly Pocket type thing?
But with Ninja Turtles,
Oh man, no. I used to have the. I just had the big ones. I had the freaking the Ninja Turtle truck, and that's basically it. I had Krang for some reason.
you had what?
Krang, that little brain thing and the giant robot.
I had the Power Rangers things that morphed into other things.
Oh, those things are worth a lot of money now.
Well, unfortunately, after my parents died, all my stuff was thrown out.
Oh well.
But anyway, everyone leave a holla in the comments if you knew about the little Ninja Turtles, so I knew I wasn't hallucinating. Holla!
Thank you everybody for watching. Like and
Oh,
subscribe.
oh, you're done with your story?
I am done with my story. That's all there is.
And that's all she wrote. Do you guys think there's
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
sorry. I'm not totally. I mean, there's got to be some stuff in this world that we don't know about. I mean, I have no doubt. I mean, Manhattan itself has actual. Well, they're not actual, but they're mole people. They live in the freaking undergrounds of the abandoned subway system, and there's quite a lot of them. So, sure, there's stuff everywhere else we have no clue about.
Oh yes, there's many things we have no idea about that I'm going to keep my mouth shut about right now. But anyway, yeah, do you guys think it's a hollow earth or do you think it's solid? Please leave in the comments what else you'd like to hear about, as well as I'm still keeping my mouth shut on everything I want to say. And please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That would mean a lot to me and this Tom person who's my coworker.
Thank you.